Alright you guys, so I went on ahead off camera and I ended up doing some stuff to this thing. So I did end up installing the steering axle on the rear of this guy. I put a servo on the back already. The only thing was I did not connect the servo to the links because I'm going to wind up changing the links on this guy. Since I have brass links on the front, I want to have brass links on the back. I have portal covers on the front, I want to have brass portal covers on the rear. So that's what finally ended up coming in the mail. I ended up getting the Endura steering link. These are the exact same steering link that I ended up having on here now. So I want to try to keep everything uniform, keep everything the same that I have on the front, have it on the back. So these are the same steering links that I have on the front, which are also going to be going on the back. Now, what also came in the mail is the portal covers with the C-hubs and everything. That all came to end up getting the brass covers all on the rear also. So all the brass that's on the front, all the brass is also going to be on the rear. And with this kit, unfortunately, I had to order the whole kit, which was front and rear, because it's the same exact kit that I have on here now. I want to keep it the same, so I had to buy a full set to be able to put it on here, which is fine. I'm not worried about it because then the rear I can always use it on something else. I'm not concerned about that at all. So what I also did off camera was I installed a winch onto the back of this guy. So yes, this wrecker is going to have a working winch, which is going to be awesome, which is the main idea of this whole build, was to have a working winch on the back, not just a wrecker part mounted on the back here. I actually wanted to have a working winch, so that's going to be that. So I'm going to take this off right now. Now, with me being able, for me to be able to control the winch, control the 2-speed transmission, control the rear steer on this thing, I need more channels. And unfortunately, the ESC that comes on the FCX24 isn't going to be, doesn't have enough channels for me to be able to control it. So again, I ended up buying this radio, Hobby Fans T6819C. Ended up buying this radio to be able to control everything. The other thing that I wound up doing was I ended up ordering this FCX24 brushless combo set. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the exact same brushless set that comes in the FCX24 Pro, I believe it was. So the Blazer, FCX24 Blazer Pro, that's what it was, that this brushless kit ended up coming on. And I ended up ordering it. Again, all the links, I'll set all the links down in the description below. I got this guy on Amazon, I believe for like $49.99. If it's still on Amazon, I will put a link down in the description below. Go check out those links. It does help the channel, guys and girls. So again, here we go. This is the brushless ESC, and we also have the brushless Outrunner motor. And guys, this thing is just puny. It's like, it's even smaller than my thumb, as you guys can see. Completely smaller than my thumb. So I am going to be very, very excited about installing this system into this rig and see the performance that we're going to be getting out of it, and how much better it's probably going to crawl with this brushless system in there. So that is where I am at so far with this, you guys. I'm going to go on ahead, start tearing all of this apart. Oh, another thing is I'm going to have to order another servo for this front steering. because I'm going to wind up using this servo here to be able to control the 2-speed transmission in this thing. So I'm going to have to order another servo to control the front steering on this. That's where we're at for right now. That is exactly where I'm at. So I'm going to go on ahead, start taking apart the rear end here and install all of the brass covers and everything that's going to go on the back with the front steering, rear steer for this guy. And then I'm going to go ahead and tackle then I'm going to go ahead and tackle the transmission, take out that servo and install this servo, so that way I can install this receiver for that transmitter so this guy can work. I did test the winch on this guy and it does work. So let me do all this and I'll get right back with you guys in just a sec. Alright you guys, so I'm working on the transmission and I'm getting ready to put the outrunner into this guy, into the transmission housing. But I'm having an issue. Now with the stock motor, there's, if you guys can see the stock motor right underneath here, there's that little edge on the motor there, which measures out at 6.1 millimeters. And the outrunner motor, if you guys can see that there, that little bit measures in at 6.8. So what I'm gonna have to do here is on the transmission housing right there, that hole right there where the motor is going to go through, I'm going to have to make that hole just a wee bit bigger to be able to mount the outrunner motor in, because as you guys can see with the outrunner motor sitting in there, it is not sitting flush onto the housing. So I'm gonna have to make that hole a little bit bigger to be able to get the outrunner motor to sit into this housing. Alright you guys, so I got the motor onto the housing there, and you guys can see again how much smaller that outrunner motor is compared to that guy. I mean, that thing's just small, but I'm hoping that it is going to do wonders in this setup. So I'm going to go ahead, put everything all back together again, and see how all this is going to work out. Second gear, and you guys can see I'm spinning the outrunner motor and everything is working as it should, which is a good thing. Very, very good thing. That's another reason why I decided to go with this brushless kit, just for the main fact that I know for a fact it's going to work onto the housing here without any issues. Minor modification. All I really did, instead of drilling out that hole for the gear to go through, I just grabbed my file right here and I just filed the hole all the way around until the motor was able to go in there and I was able to secure it. I also had to modify the servo horn. So the stock servo horn for the transmission shifter was not going to work on the Emax, unfortunately. So I ended up making my own servo horn for the bar right here that controls the transmission. So all I really did was I just grabbed one of these, drilled a new hole, cut that, and made it into this to be able to use the 2-speed transmission on this guy. So again, I'm going to go ahead, put everything all back together again, and when I come back, this is going to be all 100% set up, ready to go, and we're going to go outside and test it onto the crawler course. See you guys in a sec. Alright you guys, and here it is. This guy is completely done. I have the wrecker on the back, I have the winch on the back, I have the rear steer mounted, hooked up, ready to rock and roll, and the brushless system in this guy. Unfortunately, it is dark outside, so I'm not going to be able to take it out to test it and see how it does. But I am going to run it around up here on the desk just to see how it is going to perform. I do want to check out and test the winch on this guy because, again, Matt's Offroad Wrecker, it does have the winch on the back. So let's see how this guy works. So what I ended up doing with this, because it is a 7-channel, I ended up hooking the winch up to channel 5 right here, which, turn the dial, and here it is. There we go. So let's see if it'll be able to pick up something. And we're going to try to lift the Unimog. Oh, looks like my battery is going. I've been doing some testing on it. Alright. Keep it like that. And winch time. There we go. Let's see how this guy does. Look at that. No problem whatsoever lifting that up. And bringing it back down. Looks like this 3D print is being able to handle it. Bring it a little bit closer. See how high I can bring that guy up. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome, you guys. So that's one thing. So let me just hook up to here. I wanted to put rope or something here so I can just put the hook on it and end up tightening this up. There we go. Let's tighten this up real quick. Oh, get on the pulley. There we go. Alright, so that's up and running. Now, the rear steer, I have it hooked up to channel 6 just for the main fact that if I'm steering the front, I can just maneuver the back just like that, as you guys can see. So that's working pretty good. There we go. And the brushless system that I put in here, the FMS brushless system that I have. So here's a slow crawl on it. You can see how slow it goes. This is in first gear. So neutral, second. Whoa. So this thing actually moved pretty dang good. Let's get some tires over here and let's just see how she does going over these two tires. Put it back on first. Now, no, this system does not have FOC. I believe it doesn't. Oh, maybe it does. But you guys can see how slow this guy's going. That's pretty awesome. I'm very, very excited. No issues whatsoever. I am very, very excited to take this guy out. So let's pop open the hood here and take a look under here, and I'll show you guys how I was able to put all of this in here, how I was able to fit it all in here. Because again, we know the Power Wagon is a small cab, and this is a lot of stuff to throw in here. So here is the system. You got the Outrunner, what is that? The 3200 kV Predator Outrunner motor, the 2S ESC in here. The receiver, as you guys can see, I have it sitting on top of the transmission. I actually just grabbed some double-sided tape, and as you guys can see, I just put it right up on top of that. That was actually a tray from I don't remember what, but I think it was a FCX24 that I took it out of. I just cut it in half, cut one part out of it, and I figured I'd use that to mount the receiver on there. The battery is still in the exact same place as you guys can see there. And here is how everything is mashed up in here. I try to make it look as nice as I could. The steering servo, I might have to loosen that up a little. There we go. All right, I like that better. That way the line isn't getting stretched out too far. But I did end up putting all the brass and everything. That's the same exact brass that I had on it before. So unfortunately, like I said, it is nighttime outside. I'm not going to be able to take it out, and I still want to try to get the headlights to work on this, because this transmitter receiver does have options. It has slots so you can be able to hook up your lights right in here. So that's what I want to do, is I want to hook up the lights from this guy and put them on, so that way the lights will be working. But I'm going to have to, great FMS style, I'm going to have to do something with these to put them on here, so that way they will work right. So guys, build part 2 is done. this guy's completely done and ready to rock and roll. I can't wait to take it out and get a good video from this guy so you guys can see how it does, how it works, and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys can see more videos that I come out with. And don't forget, everybody, you all keep RCing. Have a good one.